Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Command and Conquer. Time to do the other variation of Nod Mission 8. Same briefings, so we'll just skip them. This time we start off on the southern side of the map. Pretty much the same force composition. Several minigunners and some rocket infantry, bazookas. A variety of enemy infantry that we have to try to fight our way through. And a medium tank. Honestly, it's almost identical. It's just that we start off on the south side of the map, and instead of a really wide river that we have to deal with, it's just one of these rivers. But either way, our forces are not capable of crossing it. You would think that infantry could cross a little river like this, but not with this tiling system. Okay, looks like we managed to get through the forces in our way on the first try this time. It's a lot easier since they're identical, more or less, to the forces in the other version of this mission, so that's pretty much our fourth run through them. Make a couple of engineers, get this stuff repaired. I guess we don't really need to repair the Hand of Nod, do we? Oh, those minigunners are almost dead, so they will not be good ones to use. Where's the drop zone flare? Over to the west. Alright. Board our transport. Now, once we capture the enemy base, I don't think that the mission is going to be exactly the same. I don't think that the AI builds a bazillion patrol Humvees in this one, for one thing. The AI might still bug out and become obsessed with attacking this little base here, though. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make a save slot just for save scumming, and it's going to be called Scum. Let's get over there. Oh. We got an engineer from selling the construction yard. We have an extra. Well, we'll just use him later when we do an engineer rush on the enemy base. Okay, I didn't realize that there were infantry there. It was kind of hard to tell because they were hiding in the shroud. So that felt a little unfair. There was literally no way for me to know those guys were there. So let's land a little farther away from this shroud here, shall we? Alright, unload, unload, go, go, go. Okay, there's more guys right up to... This is incredibly unfair. How could I have known those guys were there? Answer, I couldn't have. Fine, let's try unloading right next to the construction yard. There's got to be somewhere that's safe to land. Alright. Nope. Now we've got rocket soldiers over here and a harvester who's coming to squish us. This is ridiculous. I'm honestly getting a little irritated at this point. Hey, mission designers, there has to be somewhere here that's safe to land or the mission is not completable. Okay, take 3, I think. Take 4, something like that. Take some silly number. Alright, get in there, capture the... Alright, looks like that was the magic spot to land. We've got the refinery, we've got the construction yard, we're in business. Actually, you know what? Get over there. Let's go ahead and use our other engineer right away. We'll just go ahead and capture this this power plant, even though they only cost 300. So it's not exactly economical, strictly speaking. Irritating grenadiers. Man, they're doing a number on that barracks.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Not a problem.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Moving out. Vehicle reporting.
GDI building captured.
Alright. Area secure for now. This will be the last save that I'll make for save scumming purposes, and now...
Building.
Really. Grenadiers outrange guard towers. I find this questionable, if I'm being honest. I mean, what kind of throwing arm does that guy have? Have we finally wiped out all the infantry around the landing point? Oh, great. We have not. Okay. Also, it's going to be a little more difficult to have sacrifices in this mission. I cannot believe Grenadiers can outrange guard towers. That's just plain stupid. It doesn't make sense from a game balance perspective, and it certainly doesn't make sense from a realism perspective.
Building.
Seriously, a guy can throw a grenade farther than a chain gun on top of a guard tower can fire. I think not. I mean, Grenadiers also throw their grenades farther than infantrymen can shoot their rifles, which is also ridiculous.
On hold. Cancelled.
Okay, we need to deal with this infantry squad that's en route.
Construction complete.
Get the other Grenadier next, please.
Building.
Good grief. You'd think guard towers would be better at dealing with a tiny handful of enemy infantry. I should probably start ferrying my guys across. It's not like they're serving as sacrifices like they were in the other mission. And apparently we're going to need them. I think it's full. It's kind of hard to read the pips at the resolution. Alright, one guy is going to need to be more northwesterly than all the rest of my forces so he can be the airstrike sacrifice.
Construction complete.
Finally, we get our second refinery out and can get a decent economy going. Don't die crossing that one tile of Tiberium. Thank you. Alright, he'll stand there and hopefully attract the enemy's A-10 Warhogs.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not if the Harvester is farther north than he is. Gonna need him even more northerly than that. That should do. Okay. Whew. I think we're finally in a relatively secure position.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh, just in time. Okay.
Right away, sir.
That was good timing.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Next.
Reporting. You got it. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
We really need to start scouting. We need to see what we're up against.
Reporting. Moving out.
This version of the mission is certainly more difficult so far because the enemy isn't obsessively focused on
Moving out.
our base down there.
Awaiting order. Moving out.
They actually care about this base. Certainly makes it more difficult.
Yes, sir.
wonder if the AI in general tends to be drawn more toward northerly forces. Wouldn't surprise me. Kind of help explain their behavior in the previous mission, too. Unit lost. What got him?
Lost.
Oh, another unit lost. Oh, my sacrifice. That's sneaky. Look at them coming around.
Reporting. Affirmative.
I don't have a guard tower in that direction. I didn't think they'd come from that way.
Construction complete.
We're gonna need a guard tower down there too, it appears. Oh great, he's a rocket soldier. I couldn't even tell what he was. Maybe they'll attack my my chopper. Go follow my chopper, guys! Or... yeah, looks like that's what they're doing. Good.
Construction complete.
Waiting order.
They're not very bright, are they? Alright, let's make a Humvee scouting force.
Awaiting order.
Actually, if it's really the Chinook that the enemy's obsessed with, then I could park it across the river
Construction complete.
in order to exploit them.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Was I wrong? Are there actually a lot of enemy Humvee patrols in this version of the mission, too? Could be, could be.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Alright, let's get up the comm center then, and I think that'll be it for base structures.
Unit lost.
Unit lost. Where? Did they just randomly snipe off some infantry standing just across the riverbank?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Wow, now they're gunning for this Humvee.
Acknowledged.
Kind of looks that way.
Moving out.
Construction.
Boy, these guys are homicidal maniacs.
Our base is under attack.
Unit reporting. Yes, sir.
Okay, we don't really have anything equipped to deal with an enemy medium tank.
Building.
Let's quick crank out a couple of rocket launchers to help with that.
Building.
And by rocket launchers, I mean bazookas.
Building.
Well, that was a bit of sandpaper on the eardrums, wasn't it? I can understand why some people don't particularly like that noise. It doesn't bother me too much, but it is certainly loud and abrasive. There's no denying that. We need to get another sacrifice online so the enemy doesn't actually attack our base with their airstrikes.
On hold. Cancelled.
Might be harder to keep our sacrifices alive for the airstrikes in this mission with the way the enemy attacks. Wow, they really are coming for my base quite consistently. Oh, I guess this is what the other mission would have been like if the enemy attacked more intelligently. So we get to find out for this mission.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Well, we lost our Humvee to enemy Rocketeers.
Acknowledged.
Alright, Sacrifice, you've got a sacred duty to perform. Get up there. You must appease the great napalm bird gods with your life. I know, it's a tough job. You drew the short straw, for sure. But somebody's got to do it.
Awaiting order.
Whew.
Moving out.
Yeah, this definitely seems like the tougher variation of the mission so far.
Reporting. Right away, sir. Yes. Right away, sir.
Construction complete.
Roger.
Building.
Having trouble even getting stable in our position here. Do not wander through the Tiberium, dude. What are you thinking?
Unit reporting. Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
We need to find another source of Tiberium. These two patches are not going to last.
Got it.
Building.
Got it.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Looks like a patch over here,
Right away, sir.
which is probably going to kill our scout.
Unit
Uh,
ready.
Nope, not if it doesn't stretch any farther to the... Oh, but that Humvee will kill him.
Building. Building.
Yep. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. Right away, sir.
I don't think I've mentioned or discussed the desert tile set. I quite like it. I like both of the tile sets, or all three if you count winter as a separate tile set, in this game.
Building.
They're pretty well done. I like that... Well, I was going to say I like that the sand isn't yellow, but is rather this brownish orange color. But actually, it would be interesting to see what it looked like if it were yellow. Be an interesting compare-contrast. As it is, it almost looks less like a traditional desert and more like a Badlands, kind of. I mean, it is very deserty,
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
but it was an interesting color choice to go with this brownish color. Okay, guess we lost our sacrifice.
Yes, yes. Knowledge.
Enemy must have picked him off while we were otherwise occupied. Phew. This is a real attack.
Construction complete.
Unit reporting. Vehicle
I mean, we had to pull in our engineer drop APC to help defend against it. What is this Humvee doing? Basically just trolling us with the way he's driving around. Okay. I'm debating whether I might actually want a repair pad. If we keep getting our armor damaged like this, it will be cheaper in the long run to fix them than to replace them. I'm having trouble scouting. My scouts keep getting killed.
Building.
I'm going to try a repair bay.
Construction complete.
Not positive this is the more economical decision, but... You, be the northernmost unit. Napalm is not very effective against tanks in this game. I would think it might be fairly effective in real life because it would cook the crew, but maybe not. I have no idea. I'm not an expert on this question, thankfully. Something to be grateful about, that I do not know the answer to questions like that.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting. Moving out. Yes, moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's start with the repairs then.
Reporting.
And this guy will be second.
Building.
Yes, sir.
I think it costs half as much to repair something as it does to rebuild it from scratch. So in other words, assuming that I'm right about that, it would cost 400 credits to repair a tank from like 1 to full, since they ordinarily cost 800. That means after repairing 3 tanks, that would have cost us 1,200. We would have spent a total of 2,400 on the repairs plus the repair bay. Whereas replacing those 3 tanks would have also cost 2,400. Which means once you fully repair 3 tanks from dead to full, the repair bay has taken care of itself. Until then, you've lost money by using it. I think the math checks out, but I'm very tired. I've been recording a huge batch of episodes all in one day, in between doing chores and errands and preparation for my vacation ending and having to go back to work tomorrow. And on top of that, I seem to have gotten sick, and I've got some kind of cold. All of which means between being tired and having a cold, my brain is not running on all cylinders, so I don't trust much of anything that I'm saying.
Building.
Let's attempt another scouting expedition. Oh, and get a proper sacrifice out up there. Now, if the airstrike comes in while our scout is out scouting, he'll basically act as the sacrifice, but that's fine. Aside from the fact that it means we won't be able to uncover more of the map. Now this is really going to wind the enemy up, us attacking their harvester, but hey, if it's going to harvest right in front of my base, what do they think is going to happen?
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes.
This could be good. Could work out to our advantage. I don't think I need both of these guard towers anymore, so I'll sell one of them to get some minigunners out of it.
Affirmative.
Yeah, if we lure the enemies out in this sort of piecemeal fashion, don't have to take them on all at once within the confines of the enemy's defenses, this might end up being a lot easier for us, ultimately. Go get the rocket soldier. Okay, pull this tank back. Okay, that worked out. We didn't lose any tanks, so as long as we repair the damaged ones.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I should start
Building.
hoarding some funds for making a foothold in the enemy base. I think we're getting close to being ready to attack it. Let's just prepare an anti-air force to take care of their orcas.
Building.
3 rocket soldiers and then 1 Humvee to lure the orcas out. Should do it, just like it did in the previous mission.
Ready.
I might want to build a new guard tower farther to the north to deal with all these infantry that are coming to say hi. There may be some Tiberium up here. I don't know for sure. This guy looks like he's going to harvest that Tiberium, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Get up there. Ooh, my harvester is going to be the target of the next airstrike at this rate. Well, it can survive an airstrike and then we can repair it on the repair bay, so... Okay. Let's ready our anti-air squad. I can't quite afford the Humvee. That's lame. Dare I sell this other guard tower? I don't know if we're going to get attacked from that angle anymore. No Tiberium up there. More enemies coming at us. So we have not crippled their economy. Good grief, I'll just hit G. Oh, okay, if my... He gets airstriked in every conceivable way. That harvester might just straight up die.
Construction complete.
But if I can actually lure the orcas back with him, then, you know, great. I think the repair pad will definitely have paid for itself. Oh, right, I've got the... Oh, so this is what it looks like when orcas try to chase a moving target, even something as slow as a damaged harvester. They do this hilarious dance as they try to catch up to it. I did not order the harvester to stop, so why he just came to a halt, I don't know. That was real frustrating, though. We lost him for absolutely no reason thanks to that. Alright, well, let's lure him with the Humvee, which is way faster anyway. Oh, right, the rocket soldiers are over here. Okay, that's one orca down. Two orcas down. Do I even care enough to replace the other harvester? I don't think I do, to be honest. I think I'm ready to just attack. The orcas are down. We've got a big old group of tanks and armor column. Not as many as we had in the previous mission, but enough to do some damage. Actually, hang on.
Hold. Cancel.
Yeah, let's hold some funds back for the foothold, as I call it.
Affirmative.
Prepare for the time-honored engineer drop.
Unit moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting order. Yes, sir.
I was pretty annoyed when I told my harvester, I ordered him to move like here, because I had ordered him to move to the repair bay, but then I decided I wanted to fix one of my tanks.
Moving out.
And instead of moving here, the harvester just stopped dead,
Unit affirmative.
and therefore got destroyed
Sir. Affirmative.
by the orcas. That was really irritating. I am not a fan of when my units just flagrantly disobey my orders, and then stupid things happen as a result.
Awaiting moving out.
But it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
So we will just get over it and move on with our lives.
Yes.
I think that pretty solidly qualifies as first world problems. Alright, I don't think we want to punch through. Okay, well, maybe we do. Fine, we'll just punch through the front entrance. I was going to look for a side entrance, but maybe there isn't one. Unless it's hidden right here at the very top of the map. Alright, we finally punched through the concrete walls. Bring down the advanced guard tower. Yep, full frontal assault time. It's working out pretty well so far. Maybe we did cripple their economy. I haven't seen any sign of a harvester.
Affirmative. Unit report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Well, they rebuilt this guard tower. Find their construction yard as per usual protocol.
Vehicle moving out.
Distract their infantry with our tank force.
Moving out.
There it is.
Acknowledged.
Give me your construction yard.
GDI
Oh!
captured.
Wow, okay. He sold his barracks. Well, that's it for him then. No more infantry.
Moving out. Reporting.
Let's go get the weapon factory, and it's a good game to us.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
We win. That was that was incredibly easy.
GDI building captured.
So although this mission starts out basically identical to the other one, just on the opposite side of the map,
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
it ends up being fairly different.
Oui, sir.
The AI didn't seem to bug out as much, so it actually attacked our base.
Yes, sir.
And clearly that made it significantly more threatening.
Yes, sir.
Huh. I thought I saw explosions just spontaneously appearing on my weapon factory, and I was wondering if, like, yeah, like that. Is there an enemy inside it? Yeah. I captured the enemy weapon factory at the exact same time that they built a harvester. And so my guys were taking pot shots at the harvester, and it made it look like they were attacking their own weapon factory. Oh, that was a very amusing bug.
Yes, sir.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, we actually had to endure more threatening attacks on our base in this version of the mission. There were no gunboats to contend with in this version.
Unit report. Moving out.
And then the attack on the enemy base went a lot smoother. It was a lot easier. Oh, here's where they were keeping their orcas.
Yes, sir.
Overall, I suppose this version was a little more challenging just because the enemy was actually launching
Affirmative.
attacks on our base. The only reason that the first part went smoother is because it's pretty much identical to the other mission variation, so we had already done it multiple times. However, this base was definitely easier to take.
Awaiting affirmative.
Not, well, I don't know, was it? Now I'm doubting that statement.
Affirmative.
Because we had massive overkill when we took the base in the other version of the mission, too. Maybe they were equally easy after all. I don't know.
Moving out.
That said, the mission's not over.
Yes, sir.
What are we missing?
Affirmative.
Guess I'll start building some Humvees and scouting around.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Where is the last enemy hiding?
Construction complete.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
You'll have to forgive my silly commentary for all the reasons I already discussed previously.
Unit
I'm
acknowledged.
tired, I'm sick, I'm at the end of a long vacation and I have to go back to work tomorrow. I'm just loaded up with excuses for my mind being a little lackluster at the moment.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Moving out.
Where in the world?
Acknowledged.
What the heck?
Yes,
What am I missing?
moving out.
Is it something obvious? Let's look at the mini-map. Any little golden dots? Not that I can see. Huh.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we could just quit. We've clearly won. And we have a save at the end of the other mission, so we can proceed.
Moving out.
I'm just curious, where the heck is the last enemy?
Moving out. Yes, sir. Roger.
Maybe it's obvious and people are shouting at the screen. There it is, you idiot, but I'm not seeing it. Huh. I don't know why the mission's not over. As far as I'm concerned, we won. That's it, our victory. Next up is going to be Nod Mission 10. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then. And by Nod Mission 10, I mean Nod Mission 9.